Hello, this is John from Clock Repairs Merseyside. Just got the urge just to do a quick video. Anyway, I don't know whether I've showed you this clock. This clock came into our workshop. It actually fell off the wall. Now, it bent the centre pinion, damaged the cannon. I had to make another tube for the cannon. I took the other one out and bored it out, and then made a piece on my lathe and done that, and it's working quite well now. The hands are going right round quite straight. As you can see, it completely dismantled. It's completely come off the dial. The pillars come straight off the dial, and the movement was flopping about virtually in the back, except it was just hanging by the hands. But we've managed to remount it again. I put 2 bars across the pillars to actually keep them thing, and then sort of, you know, put them inside the wood. It's difficult to explain, but anyway, it was more to secure the pillars, and then obviously put the movements onto the pillars, and that's secure again. This clock, as you can see, George the 6th, so we can see there, George the 6th. So that's the sort of era. Probably was in a post office maybe or something. Typical it's a typical Fusee clock. Pendulum's about, say, you know, 8 inches long. Quite a nice tick on them. Loads of them about, made to the railway. Quite a good timekeeper. I've been having a lot of trouble trying to sort things out, because obviously, as you can imagine, when something gets dropped, you know, I've been on it, when something gets dropped, obviously it does a lot of damage, and so we end up having to do a lot of things, and it's a situation of doing some work, putting it back on test, doing some work, putting it back on test, seeing what happened. Well, today it's run okay. We have various problems with it, you know, all to do with the cannon and pinion basically, on this particular clock. I should have done probably a better video on it, but I just thought I'd show you that just as a little something. But as you can imagine, sometimes it takes so much time really setting things up that sometimes it's impossible. We've just got to get on with it. But yeah, it's turned out to be a really nice clock. I'm going to actually get some. We seem to be doing quite a lot of dial restoration lately. For one reason or another. I mean, I've ordered some of the Humbrol type paints. I've ordered ivory, and I've ordered a flat white and a flat ivory, and I'm gonna see if I can get a better match. I'm trying. This is a match that's been done before. I don't think this is the first time this clock's been on the floor. I looked at it, and there was other evidence of problems, and I think probably he said he didn't drop it from a great height, so I suspect it hasn't had a good job done on it in the first place. When it's been dropped, I don't suspect there's no way now. I mean, if you drop it from the top of this workshop, and it wouldn't, there's no way that movement had come away now. It's not, it is attached to the dials obviously, but also it's reinforced now with 2 bars going right across, and then they're going onto the wooden frame, so there's no way. And the reason I've done that is I wasn't just going to sort of rely on, you know, this sort of bonding them at the back of here again, you know, because obviously you've got to understand he's going to wind this clock up. It's a Fusee clock, so, you know, a little bit of pressure, so there's no way we can, you know, we can have it where it can go again, and that's it. Obviously the glass smashed on it. We replaced the glass, which pretty easy on this particular clock. Just comes out with a like a ring at the back. We're actually getting another clock in next week. Sorry, not next week. 24th of October. It's coming from Germany. Similar thing, but the glass is of the beveled edge type, and the hinge is snapped off. So I don't know what I'm going to do there, because the heat I'd need to use to actually mount that hinge back on would probably more likely crack the glass. I think glass can start melting at about 400 degrees. I think we're going to be using, to braze a hinge on like that, we're probably going to be getting close to 800 or 900 maybe, to try and do that. So I don't know. I think the guy's open for us to take the glass out, break the glass, and then, you know, do something a bit different with it, you know, maybe put another piece of glass in, bond it. I don't know what I'm going to do again with that. I mean, as you can imagine, all these jobs, I mean, there's no sort of set rule to it, really. I mean, you've got to think out the box a little bit, and you've got to try and, you know, do what you can do. And as long as it's right, I mean, as long as it's good, it's safe, you know, and it's a decent job, you know, fair enough. I mean, as I've said all through my videos, my way's not the only way. I'm sure there's people out there who look at some of my videos and go, I wouldn't do it like that, or some would say, oh, I didn't know about that, and that type of thing. My idea on my previous video earlier today was about the pens. There's another reason I was thinking of that, and I did mention it to another YouTuber, Peter Hegarty. We speak quite a bit. I've got these pens, these like acrylic paint pen they are. I think they're probably a permanent marker, if you want my opinion, but I'm going to get them because not so much on that dial, but on this tavern clock or Act of Parliament clock, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to have a little go of, you know, filling some of the numerals in. I mean, they look quite good on this phone camera, but, you know, they are a bit iffy, to be honest with you, you know, especially as we go around. I'm going to have a little try. I mean, it's a nice big dial, so I can have a little practice on that. And that's one of the reasons, as I said, I like trying a few different things, and then, you know, I can make things work. I mean, we've got a nice scope we can use with a nice pullover thing to, you know, a binocular type thing. It's a really good thing, really for the job. It's a game changer. Same sort of thing here. As you can see, my workshop's in a bit of a state at the moment. We've been, you know, faffing about with a few things. The Joseph Finney went out today. That's going back on Thursday. This is probably going back next week. Me antique dealer friend said he's going to come and see me at some point. Don't know when that will be, for him to collect that. But yeah, so I just thought I'd share this video with you. But yeah, should you probably have a situation where one of these clocks gets dropped, yeah, I think the thing is to actually, what I've done is they're sort of like strips of brass, should we say about obviously 8 inches long for the back so that they can go into the wood. And what we've actually done is I put a groove in them where the pillars are, and then it, you know, slid the groove down slightly, and then I've put a couple of screws, wood screws either side for the bar to mount under, so that it's pushing against the two wooden screws. And then just to keep it in place, I've just put a little you know, I've used a glue gun and just put a tiniest blob there just to keep them in place, for movement, really. I mean, there's a ton of ways you could do it, but, you know, that's fine. It's gonna work well. I mean, I could have probably slotted the wood and done it that way, but I'm thinking to myself, the age, you know, I'm going to start knocking and we're going to start doing, you know, and the thing this way, it's very easy to undo. I mean, sometimes the glue gun situation is I think's all right, because you can actually undo it. I'm not a lover of any type of glue on a clock, to be fair. I mean, obviously we're talking about cosmetics here. We're not talking about clock movements. Obviously, you never go near the clock movement with glue. I mean, the best you're ever going to use is a Loctite. But, you know, glue, and especially super glue, you can't undo it. You just can't undo it. I've had earlier today, hope he won't mind me saying, he's going to watch the videos. A gentleman brought a clock to me. His family are famous, his direct descendants are famous watchmakers, listed watchmakers, and they have made some lovely stuff, some quite valuable stuff actually. And for some reason he thought someone mentioned that he can clean his clock movement with water, which he's done. So you can imagine the situation now. There's a lot of pivot holes that are just rusty. The platform escapements rusty. So a little bit of work to do on that one. So no, hopefully we'll be successful. It hasn't been too long. It was only a few days ago, but already I actually thought when I looked at it that he'd had a leak. He's got a leak in the house or something, because I said to him, I said, is this the water leaking somewhere? But no. So that's that. But anyway, I just thought I'd quickly share this video with you. Nothing special, just as I say, one of our general day-to-day things that will come into us. We're probably actually going to start locking down now for Christmas, because we really need to move the stuff we've got. We've got, I think we're nearly had enough now for the next few months, where we're going to have to stop, because obviously with restoration, it takes a lot of time. It's not just servicing, we're servicing the movements as well as doing case restoration. Anyway, this is John from Clock Repairs Merseyside. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.